Hi guys, it's Cherry here, and you guys are going to talk about racism. And I'll start by, you know, giving you some of the examples, of, some experiences that I had with some people, because, where I'm living, we really don't have a lot of blacks. We have a lot of, foreigners. I'm not really saying especially, such race or, but I'm really talking about racism. Look at me. When I moved here, I'm living in Austria, and people are like, "So Cherry, how is your hair? Do you have new hair?" I said, "Yeah. I have new hair. I love, extensions. Like, I love having different looks, and I like it." And the next day they were like, "Oh my God! And why do you Africans, put extensions in your hair? And why do you?" I was like, "Oh my God! Can I have a look at your hair?" Here behind, it was, like a blonde hair and extended, with some funny extensions. And I was like, "My God, how come you asking me about, extensions, and you have extensions? What's the difference?" And they were like, "Oh, for me it's no problem, but for you guys, I'm always asking why, you guys put extensions." But the point is, I did what I want. I put on my head what I want. I put any color that I want that makes me happy. So it's not a fucking problem, what I do with my body. It's not a fucking problem if my skin is black or it's brown or it's blue. It's my problem. I make what really makes my head happy. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just making myself happy. But people are feeling uncomfortable about it. If you go, somewhere like you're seated outside, the people are always like, "Oh, look at the, the ladies. They're always staring like, they don't know these people. Like, we don't belong to this planet." Come on, guys. You don't come from Mars. We were created by God. We live in this earth, and you guys have to accept, every race, every person. For me, I got nothing against anybody. I love all the people. I've never felt that, such a race is this way, or such a race is this way, or such people are this way. I'm always like, I'm a human being, so I'm going to accept everybody the way they are. But they won't accept you. Some people won't accept, you the way you are. And I don't mean that everybody is the same, but, some people, that's my meaning. Some people, are like, pain in the ass. And just to talk about, some of the things, a racist is a sick person. Is a person who doesn't accept other people, who doesn't accept, another lifestyle, another life. They always think like, my race is the best race. There's no best race. Ask me why, I'm going to tell you the reason. Like when I wake up in the morning, I prepare myself. I go for shower. After that, I prepare my breakfast. After that, prepare myself to go working. And everybody does that. They wake up in the morning, breakfast, shower, then go to work. It's it doesn't matter if you're blue, you're black, you're white, or all those funny funny names, because a race for me is just a name. And I got my sorrows. Everybody has got sorrows. It doesn't matter you're black, you're white, you're blue, you're brown, or all these things. We get challenges in life. We got stress, we got depression. That happens to everybody in the world. And everybody wants to live their life. Everybody wants the best in their life. And I won't be like, because I am I'm going to take an example of me. I am black, and I won't sit down like this and say, no, I want to go to the dance floor because I'm black. Because my heart is beating, because I want to have fun, or I want to pursue a certain dream, and I won't say, oh, I won't do that because I belong to this race. I won't do that because I belong to not this race. So racism doesn't make us different. You know, it's a disease. Please get healed. It's a disease. You don't need to hate on anybody. You don't need, to discriminate people because of their, backgrounds, or where they come from, no matter which continent they come from. We are all the same. We all die. We all go. We get lost forever, and we all cry when we lose our loved ones. So please get that in your head. If you're racist, please, you are not special than anybody else. We are all the same. I'm not special than you. You're not special than me. We are all the same. We got the same thinking. We got the same in our life. But what matters is where we are. Like regional, differences. That matters a lot, and upbringing. But that doesn't, make you like, okay, I'm going to hate on these ways, such stuff. So you guys, you need to learn about it, because I'm going to tell you about an example. um, I hang out most of the times with my girlfriends, and we were we were like in a show somewhere. Yeah, and the show had just ended, and my girlfriend went to the loose. Sorry, to help herself out, and when she came back, somebody said nigger, and then she came to us complaining, crying. She was like, oh my God, imagine what he just said to me. I was just passing by, I just came from toilet, and I was just passing by, and he just said nigger, and we heard that from, some meters away. And we were like, what the fuck? How can you just, call, somebody who is innocent a nigger? How can you do that? And we had to stop there. We had to confront these guys, and I think they all were, it was a group of almost 7 people, some women, young people. But the person who said it's almost 30 years, and then they were like, nah, nigga, what did she do? Nothing. She was just passing by. So should you say the word nigga just to hurt somebody? Should you say that? Should you say that? I won't say, I won't call anybody by, a name because of their race or anybody. That's not my, I wasn't, that's not what my mom taught me. That's not, that's not my upbringing, I'm a human being. So I can try to hurt anybody, but just trying to make it look inferior, or, feel inferior or such, shit. So I was like, my God, what happened? Why did you call her that name? It's like, why? And then he was like, no, I didn't say it. If he was your real man, he would have said, yes, I said it. What are you going to do to me? And he was like, no, I didn't say it. She said it. I said, no. I know who said it, because I heard it and I saw you. And I was like, oh, sorry. We said, no, not sorry. We're going to confront you. You have to tell us why. What has she done? And the guys were like, hey, you guys, who the hell do you think you are? We said, okay, so you're trying, you're trying to exchange words with us. Okay, we're going to call the police, and then we're going to explain everything that he just, said. Because that's an insult, because she didn't do anything. And they were like, oh, you just, we tried to confront them, and they left that place. And they were like, oh, I thought we are the niggas. Why did they, leave the place? So then we said, okay, you guys just go away, because, you guys, you're really disappointment, to all humankind, because, like parents, please, you have to teach your kids, to love, one another and all that stuff. And some words, I won't tell my daughter to, to say such words. That's being sick. Please, if you're racist, you're very sick. You need to get healed. Racism is a disease. Please get cured. That's my message for all racists outside there, because there are people who have got no orientation, there are people who have got no, vision, there are people who, racists are people who got no mission. Racists are losers. There are people that don't know anything about life. There are people that are here by mistake. If I can, I can be, straight, to the point. And there are people who just want, to live, like they're the only people in the world. We were brought into this world because God had a very big purpose and a good purpose for all that, and it really hurts, it's really somehow, I get worried when people, you know, you know, say, some such words, and I'm going to talk about another occasion. It's good if you talk, about, these things, and then at least, you're going to share with everybody. So I was on the way, and somebody just said nigger, and they're small kids like 11 years, and I was pushing my daughter's trolley, and I was like, oh my God, what did you say? What did you say? Just say, who taught you that word? I was like, oh my God, your mom needs to teach you more manners. I was like, oh my God. And the kids were ashamed because I said, that's not a good word. You have to learn a lot of manners, I was surprised, what the mamas do. I was surprised, what the mothers do, because I was like, how do I teach my daughter such words? What does she learn? Of course, if my daughter learns something in school, I know when it's 10 years, because she'd say it and say it again. So I was like, the parents know, but they don't want their children. So it's really, really hard. And another thing, like, we black people, we on the hands and the feet, they are a little bit lighter, than their bodies and all that stuff. And somebody was like, oh my God, and how comes, this place is white and this place is white and the other parts, are brown or, are black, I was like, that's a stupid question. Why would you ask me that? Go Google and try to find everything in the internet, but please stop asking me some fucking questions, because that's being so stupid, that's being silly. How would you ask me such questions? I hate it. And someone asked one of my girlfriends, and in Africa, do you have potatoes? Stupid question, huh? And she was like, yeah, I know potatoes, because we have potatoes in Africa. And she was so pissed. And some things happen, and they're like, this was so stupid. Well, how do you ask some questions? And another occasion is wait, I'm going to remember. Wait. Somebody will tell me when I was working, oh, you got nice shoes. I say, oh, thank you. Where did you buy them? Oh, I bought them at this place and this place. Oh, okay. And how much did you buy them? Oh, at this place. Oh, they're expensive. They were not expensive. Just normal price. I think that's too expensive for you. And I was like, okay. You're wearing shoes. I didn't say they're too expensive for you. I'm working for this and I should afford it. And they're like, oh, people in Africa don't wear shoes. Oh, I was like, oh, but good news to me. Even if I knew some parts where people don't wear shoes, I won't say yes. Because that's trying to undermine me. If people are trying to undermine me, I was like, then, that's for me news, because I never, went, like bare feet or any stuff like that. Even if I hate one pair of shoes, those are my shoes. But you should not tell me that people in Africa, they like, they don't have shoes. And also, I also got some friends also from also different places also in the world, like where I'm working, I'm working from people from, like Poland, Slovakia, Romania, and all that stuff. I'm also from, India, the way they talk, people, I'm trying to make fun of them, or trying, not, there is real fun where people can laugh. We can also make, jokes about ourselves and all that stuff and our backgrounds. But they're trying to humiliate them till, people just leave the job because they try to make you feel bad. They try to make you feel like, you don't belong here. They try to make you feel like, you people, are in this world because, it was a mistake. I mean, because, it was a mistake. And I was like, some people don't know us. You just see me. So who is the real me? The real me is a person that, I try hard to be. I try to be me. I don't try to be anybody else. I've never tried to be that, somebody else. Everybody else is taking place. Be yourself. And, we live here and we're like, oh, these ladies or these people, oh, they're like, but in my country, in my land, we welcome everybody. We are like, we don't care because we're international. We are civilized. Versus the people who just were born like in a small town. They grow up there. They go to the kindergarten there. They go to the school there. They go to college there. They start working there. They marry the high school sweethearts and all that stuff, or the neighbors daughters, and they get families and get a lot of credits and all that stuff, and they don't know anything about outside world. So when they see us, they are too quick to judge about our life and everything. So I'm always like, anyway, I don't blame these people. They're not even exposed. They don't know anything about the outside world. They're just seated here and trying to live the life like they have the best life, or like it's a perfect life. People, you need to get exposed. You need to get other people. Get rid of these stupid mind. Get rid of racism, because racism is being stupid. Yeah, racism is just being stupid. It's being silly. You're fucked up. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing in this world, and you should not exist if you're a racist, because you don't need a reason to be a racist. That's my point. And one thing, please, if you're a racist, don't post any comments. I'm going to delete them. Don't post any comments. Don't post any hate comments, because I took my time to do this video just for the people who want it and who need it. So if you got nothing to do in my channels, please don't post silly comments, because I'll be too quick to delete them. Have fun, but remember, racism is a disease. Please get cured.